Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is round 13 of Winter Matchplay 2025. We are in Milton Keynes, England, and we have a great matchup here. We have Brian Poe to start. Brian in second position currently at 9-3, and he's up against a player I'm actually not familiar with, Gboyega Akintokun at 7-5. I am not familiar at all with Gboyega, but he's coming in at a rating of 154, so clearly a very strong player in his own right. And we are going to get going. So, yeah. Brian looks like he's got a standout play here in Fovea to get started, or possibly sticking the E on it as well for Fovea. Personally, I would favour holding the E for the hook and just projecting forward slightly to Gboyega. What an absolutely crazy, not in a good way, opening rack. Double I, triplicate O, F, K. Some scoring potential, to be fair. I'm sure he'll be able to work his way out of this, no problem.
Okay, yes, I'm just trying to get to...
Yeah, no worries, Mike. I'll take the reins. So
I haven't managed to change the names, I'm afraid, because I was...
Okay, don't worry. That's fine. So I'm joined again by Mike Chappell, who's just doing a little bit of admin on our side, as we've had a last-minute change of fixture, actually. So I, myself, am just doing some admin. You'll see the players' names are slightly uncentered. I'm just fixing that now. On the fly, we are a professional setup, folks. This is what it looks like. Little peek behind the wizard's curtain.
So, yes, as we said, Gboyega's got an awkward first rack here. So, what do we think he should be? He's changing, is he? He's changing everything.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. I haven't even put that into Quackle yet. Yeah, that's probably the right decision, isn't it? I'm going to look at the choices anyway.
You could have played Koi or something. I didn't see the whole rack that clearly. But
yeah, the only play it looks like Quackle is favouring above change 7 is Koi for 19, leaving FIOO. In fact, as I run the sim, change 7 is simming best. So actually, yeah, very well played there by Gboyega.
And these two are both near the top of the standings, aren't they? Or fairly near.
Yes, so Brian is going into this game in second position at 9-3, rated 181. Gboyega at 10th with 7-5, rated 154. So on paper, a rating disparity. But I was just saying I'm not familiar at all with Gboyega. I've no idea whether he's underrated. I would say Brian is actually underrated. He's got even better than I would say his current rating would suggest. He's an absolutely formidable player.
Yeah, he seems to be considering Fovea takes an E on the end. Fovea and Beg is what he's considering here, which looks nice. Leaves a good leave. Mm-hmm. You could also try Peba in the same place and leave GEN. But that would open a place for an X, maybe.
Yeah. I think Beg is the play here. Keeps nicely.
Yeah, the B and the G were the tiles to get rid of, weren't they? So
yeah.
That looks good. And for VI. Now he's got a much better rack now. So bonus coming down here from Gboyega. No hesitation. Nice. That's I think clearly his best bonus. He also had the 7 all steer and begs, but scores 8 or 9 less. So features, even though it opens up a triple line, I think it's clearly the right move.
Yeah. Right at the start of the game, he's going to take the points here. Correct decision, I would say.
Yes. So now the reason, the doublets for double I and double N, problem for Brian in his rack. Other than that, quite reasonable letters, but the doublets will slow him down.
Yeah, this, having simmed a little while, Quackle is a fan of just blowing the rack up, holding the P with either Insaney or Asinine through that new floating S. I'd probably just keep a nice leave here.
Yeah. Well, they could play something like Pinner a bit. If you want to play something a bit shorter to the left of features, he might want to block to play along the triple line though to stop to take that out. Spinner or Spinai, or we could also play down there, starting with the S.
Yeah. They all set up hotspots for the Q and the X, which Brian probably won't want to be doing.
No, is he looking at Nipper? Is it? Where does that play? Does that play? Or just Nip maybe? No, Pinner he's looking at now, which could go to the left of features, or he could be thinking of Spinner, SPI, which is along the bottom. Depends how important he considers it to take out that S along the bottom. Or Aspine, he's considering now, I think, along the bottom.
Yeah, you just take the reins, Mike, for a sec. I'm just doing some communication with our team on the ground. To be fair, I feel like you've covered most of the options there. Nothing massively inspiring, is there?
No, it's a slightly tricky one. A lot of similar options, really, similar scores and leaves. I think it's probably in the end he's leaving a slightly vowel heavy leave. That's interesting. He's chosen that, but he's I think probably rightly decided it's good to take out that bottom line.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm interested that he decided to, leave the slightly vowel heavy. A bit more defensive though.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, preponderance of consonants in the pool, so not horrendous. And he's drawn nicely actually as well. Back to
and I suppose the plays like Spinner did make more openings, including the X spot. So Pins was a bit more defensive.
Yeah. So back to Gboyega, quite a difficult rack. He's not going to be able to work through all of these clunkers in one go, but he's got some nice plays, playing off at least two of these three clunky tiles.
Yes, I mean he's be looking first with the J, I suppose, with things with the J. Mojo or Jomo. If he the other strategy would be to keep the J and score with something like Vroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vroom looks pretty nice. The problem with Joko and Mojo, they again set up hotspots in the worst case scenario for the X. We're dead level here essentially, so no harm in keeping the J one more turn. Go ahead and get rid of that V and the M. I think, yeah, Vroom looks like the play here.
But it looks like he's considering Jocko, JOCO. Which would also be fine, but as you say, does have that possibility of leaving a space for the X.
Yeah.
The simulation seems to like Vroom quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or Vom as well. But this is fine as well, I think, playing Joko. So he goes for Joko. And Brian sticks his bonus straight down, Latinize, or one of his bonuses.
Yeah.
So, no hesitation there. He had airlines as well, or litanies, but all in the same kind of area. So Latinize, he's decided is the best one.
Surprisingly, airlines simming ever so slightly better, despite putting the E in that hotspot above the triple word. I don't know why that would be, to be honest. It's only 4 extra points. I'd certainly, on face value, looking at this, I prefer Brian's choice of Latinize.
Yes. Smurf.
Is that good?
I'm not sure it's Smurf good. I don't know.
Well, I'll put it into Quackle and find out. It's not good. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It'd be funny if it was, but
Brian actually having a little cheeky smile at this. he's given it the respect it deserves with a player of Gboyega's caliber. This is certainly one of the more fun phonies I've seen on stream.
Yeah. But it is coming off as a phony. So bad luck for Gboyega.
Now, what I will say in Gboyega's defence is, and I've got an anecdote of where I did this myself. You take a fictional proper noun and you maybe assume it comes from an obscure word, because I once, when I was very new to the game, I played Haribo, reasoning that, it must be a foreign word, perhaps Japanese for sweets, and they've just taken it from that. So that's probably what he's done here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we've all done things where a word comes into your head, but you don't realise it's actually a name of something rather than, rather than a valid word.
Absolutely.
So no doubt, but yes, it's easy to do.
On a more serious note, it is a blow early doors for Gboyega to lose a turn in a game he really needs to win if he wants to keep his hand in with the big boys right at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Brian has drawn it into the blank.
Updated here,
yeah, I was about to say that. That's okay.
Let me go back to. Yeah, and
absolutely amazing play from Brian. This is so impressive. He's played Kefir through the discontiguous E and I, holding blank LS. Yes, that is
very nice.
Truly phenomenal play. Honestly, one of the most impressive players I've seen on stream this tournament. Well done, Brian. Very well done.
Yes, and that was the preferred choice, but not easy to see, as you say. Getting rid of those, leaving himself with a very promising bonus rack, but through the disconnected tiles, through the E and the I, very hard to see.
Yeah.
He could have
Whenever
used
Quackle's
the
favourite. Sorry,
scalp,
go
but
ahead.
that would be burning the blank. So
Yes, exactly. I was going to say, whenever Quackle's favourite choice is some crazy play through disconnected tiles, I always think, yeah, nice idea. We're not actually going to see it on this occasion. Brian has really pulled that out of the bag. Very well done. Meanwhile, over to Gboyega, so he faces the same rack for the second turn in a row. He needs to stay composed after that unfortunate phony. It looks like he is, and he's got some good options here to stay very much in the game. He's gone with Fame, which seems reasonable. He's keeping UV, but he's scoring well. Quackle preferring Fume under the E of Latinize, keeping ERV for a few fewer points.
yes.
Nothing too egregious.
Sorry, what have I gone wrong here? With the scores. Oh, I know. Yeah, I just haven't saved that score, I think.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
we're currently at 160, 131 in Brian's favour.
Yeah, I think Fate was one of the better moves there. Is a solid. It leaves he's had an awkward rack, so he's not going to have a great leave, whatever he did, maybe. But okay, so well, Brian's drawing well here with his, but he set it up with leaving himself a good lead last time. So this time he looks like he's going to bonus this time, probably with Kefirs and something. Sullied or Sulphide or Sluiced he's got lined up at the moment, I think. Yeah, it looks like Sluiced is going down for 85. So he's got quite a commanding lead now, Brian.
Yes. Sorry, Mike, I was just doing some admin on the ground there. Yeah, nice play from Brian.
So back to Gboyega. He's got a decent rack now. He wants to play. He'd like to play overturn. It looks like, if he could.
I'm ever so slightly concerned he's lining up over tune. I don't think he'll pull the trigger on this, especially having already phonied once, and it looks like he's actually moving away from that now.
He could just play after UV for love, play love. That looks quite a natural play. Leaving here no RT. Or another possible play would be Vrou next to the JO, VROU.
Yeah.
Leaving ENT. Yeah. Those are both reasonable plays. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Vrou to the right of Jocko keeping ENT. This is also a perfectly serviceable play from Gboyega, keeping very, very well.
Yeah, I think I would probably go with this, with love. Yeah. Anyway, it gives him a very good chance of something next go.
Mm-hmm. Mike, if you want to take the reins, sorry, I was going to say, if you want to take the reins again, I'm just doing some more admin with our producer.
Okay, so Brian's drawn the other blank, but he's drawn the Q to go with it, so not going to be bingoing this time, but just getting rid of the Q, I think. Oh, he's still hesitating what to do. He has QI for 35, that looks natural, next to the B. Next to the B of Beg. So no, he's decided just to play the Q and to keep the I. Maybe he thinks that gives him a better balance, or else he was worried. He might have been worried that next to that QI, he might be opening up a big space if for a double or something if Gboyega had an eye. So he's playing safer, just playing off the cue. And in fact, Gboyega does have a bonus, which he's found quickly. Area Knight down to the E. So well found there by Gboyega. He also had retinoid to the D or retinoic as well, but Area Knight looks was the highest scoring, so probably the right choice. So he's only 50 behind now, Gboyega, but he doesn't know that Brian has got the other blank. But
wow. Yeah, look at this. Amazing. Brian lining up his only available bingo within 10 seconds of the rack. A little look to the ceiling. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about turning that blank into an N and playing vicinage, which I believe is a synonym of vicinity. Again, unbelievable vision. This is why this really shows why he's at the top of his game at the moment. And as I said at the start of this game, why, in my opinion, he's underrated, just a truly formidable player. I think he will pull the trigger on this, to be honest.
Yes, I don't think he has any doubts about it. He's probably just considering what else, if there's anything else possible, probably. But as you say, very good word knowledge and vision to come up with that, with a blank as well, so quickly. Vicinage, very good word. So very impressive. So Gboyega will be a bit disappointed, having just played a bonus to get back in it, to get back within range. And now, he's going to be very well behind. So Vicinage does go down. Great play from Brian.
Yeah, very nice.
Well in command of the game.
Yeah, I think we may see a hold here, even if only just for, we see a challenge, because I think Gboyega realises, unfortunately, this is probably already game over if this stays on. I'm sure he knows the word.
Yes, worth challenging, that's correct, I think.
Yeah, so that is 89 plus 5 to put Brian into an essentially insurmountable lead at this point. It's not completely over for Gboyega, but he needs a miracle at this point.
Yes, and quite nice tiles for Gboyega, but he's in a very difficult, very little chance of winning this game now. He needs to, just improve his rack, really. Probably with a 3-point play, maybe, like Moy, Mr. Joe, something like that. Or he's looking at So-Me, different things. If he wants to play slightly more letters, he could play Gloam, but that keeps the Y. And if he's looking for a bonus, probably better to play off the Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going for Moy or May. Going for Moy, which looks a solid choice.
I've been running the simulation a while on Quackle, and for reasons I can't work out, Quackle is preferring Loy, actually, very slightly over Moy, keeping the M, despite the lack of synergy with the G. So I don't understand that. Interesting. It's a minuscule difference, but it is preferring Loy. Nevertheless, Moy is the human play here for sure.
Yes. Loy, I'm not sure why that would be, but there must be.
Yeah.
Maybe the M would be useful in some other place, or.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the pool, there's not even any hooks, front hooks out for Loy, so I don't.
No, I was just looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah. The mysteries of Quackle. Anyway, we move back over to Brian, who's got on lay ND.
Okay, wait a minute. I haven't saved every score here.
No worries. Mike, just as a side note from commentary, did you input the players' names in the end? Just because I'm still seeing new player, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yes. Sorry, it's just I wasn't sure how to do it.
Don't worry, that's fine. That's fine.
And then I was hurrying at the start of the game, so
No, that's fine. Don't worry, all good.
sorry. And now I'm slightly just catching up with the scores. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Brian's
the score's correct now.
Okay, yes. Is it?
So a clunky rack here for Brian. He's got options. He's got Ulnad as a fantastic 5-tile overlap to the left of Area Knight, holding that Y for some score later on. This would be a great find. He's lining up Looney, presumably to the left of Area Knight. I'm not a huge fan of this just because it does set up a big W hotspot with 2 Ws on scene. Don't think he's going to play that in the end.
Yes.
I think we'll see something else.
He's considering what?
Dunny. Okay, similar
Dunny
idea.
leaving LA. That looks fine. Yeah. Also, other possibilities were kind of Unlay, but that opened making MA enjoy, but that does open up a triple at top, which he doesn't need to do. So
that's right.
Dunny looks fine.
And moving back to Gboyega, he's drawn into the X. Can he use it anywhere for some firepower? Looks like he can, actually. He's got some decent scoring moves to just about keeping himself in some kind of range here.
Yes, I mean, he's had Galax lined up for a while on his rack, hasn't he? Which would make Yex, leaving RS.
Yeah, the thing about all these high-scoring players is they don't address the fact that the board is closing up, but I don't think he can fruitfully use the X and open up. So yeah, Lax is the play. This is Quackle's favourite play as well.
I think it's, he just decided to take the points here. And leave a reasonable leave, GARS. Play the highest scoring move with the X.
And back to Brian, who's got 6 vowels. He can play his way out of this, no problem, no need to change. We're probably going to be seeing IA coming down. And that would also have the added benefit of taking up that W hotspot that I just noted to the left of Dunny.
Yes. Well spotted there for the W with Y. IA, yes, or that looks good. Adela would be much too open through the D. I think you can just play AA, making I, AYE and BA. But he's going for IA, yeah.
Yeah, this is the play. Nicely done.
Yeah, there was, as you say, there was no need to change or anything there. Just score a few points and get rid of 3 vowels. And he's now, over 100 ahead. So in a pretty safe position in this game, I think. So Gboyega has a decent rack again, but not good enough that he needs. He's going to play and grab, it looks like, next to Moy, I guess, or there's also Brog in the same spot, or through the D, a word I don't know, Bodrag.
Yeah, very nice.
That would make good openings. Maybe that would be good for him because it would make 2 openings, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is it. Gboyega, if he's got any chance at all at this point, he needs to create an opening All we've got really at this point is the D and Dunny and that E right in the bottom right of vicinage. He possibly wants to leave that D alone, although I don't think his options really allow for that.
No, as I say, I think if Bodrag is a difficult one, that would have been good because it makes 2 openings. But if you don't see that, I think something in the area he's playing was the right thing to do. He couldn't make many better openings, I don't think.
Yeah, so grab is the play. We move back to Brian.
Brian's got and right with 1 point tiles, so he won't be scoring highly here, but I guess he'll just play off a few tiles. Like he could play Noel from the triple. That looks quite good. Even EAR. Or if he wanted to leave another consonant, Rio. But if Rio making Mar and Job. I think Noel looks quite good. What do you think, Joseph?
Yeah, I agree. It uses up that remaining hotspot with that triple. Essentially kills the game at that point. There's no openings left other than that E in vicinage.
Yes, and the remaining tiles aren't particularly bonus friendly. 4 2 W's, a Z. Yes, not that many vowels actually, are there? Only 4 are vowels and 3 of them are O's.
Yeah.
So at least I'm looking at Quackle when I say that. It looks slightly different on the screen.
Yes, that is a bit strange actually, because the score is correct. It's not the first time this happened actually. This happened yesterday when I was commentating with Stuart. Luckily, I don't think it's going to affect our analysis of the outcome of the game. This seems all but decided at this point.
Well, I think the remaining tiles on the broadcast are not completely correct, are they? I assume Quack was correct. So it looks like he's what's he looking at? I'm not sure. Loan. He's got LOE there, or just one even. No, yellow. Looks like he wants to keep earn, but I'm not sure what play does that.
No.
Or is he thinking of just playing one through the end of Latinize? Leaving himself with learn?
Quite possibly, maybe hoping that Gboyega will create a Hail Mary opening that Brian's then going to be able to pounce on with his bingo-y leave, perhaps.
Yeah, possibly he's thinking of playing the kind of fishing play, even though he doesn't need a bingo. But no, he's going to a row rather than Noel, but similar kind of idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. He's left the L rather than the R, but I'm sure he's thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm going to sim that on Quackle. It didn't come up in its candidate plays to see how that sims. again, of course, it is academic. It's certainly fairly low down, but it's one of those racks where the options are endless, and it can be a bit mind-blowing, can't it? So
yeah.
this is fine.
Row was fine anyway, but
Yeah.
may not have been the perfect move. But
And we move back to Gboyega, who really needs a miracle at this point.
yeah, and it doesn't look like he's getting one. He's no, he's got again just decent scores in the 30s here, but nothing amazing. Word looks good, maybe next to Dunny, even HOS.
Oh, he's got a standout play here that Quackle has suggested. Very, very hard to spot, but it would actually give him the lifeline he needs of one do through that AM.
Yes. That. Oh, I see. Yes,
setting up his KSS.
But that's a difficult word to know in the first place, and also difficult to spot, even if you know it. But it does set up a nice possible line. He's got the last S, hasn't he? He's got the KSS. So
yeah, I'm just wondering if he doesn't see one do. Is there any other candidate play that does similar, setting up his KSS? I guess
Dowd is the only other one I can see that sets up the S line.
Yeah, obviously the problem is it's Brian's just blocking that in an instant, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, Dowd is easy to block and also gives away that top right triple. For a W, possibly for a nice W play. So he doesn't want to do that probably, unless he just decides to gamble on it. So the more kind of conventional plays don't really achieve much, do they? Like Word would be, if the scores are level, you'd probably play something like Word, score 37 points. But it doesn't achieve much in this position, does it?
No, he's essentially just going to have to keep trying to pile on the points and hope for a miracle draw. So I think we are going to see him play Word eventually. He's lining up WO, just WO. Not sure where he's considering playing that. Maybe IO and LOW on the right to set up an S lane. Get that W in both directions.
Possibly. I mean, it could GOO and REW, but that wouldn't achieve much, would it? It wouldn't set anything up. I mean, and I'm sure he's thinking at the moment about openings.
Where is GOO?
At the top, with row.
Right, I see. Yeah.
If he wants to make a opening, it would have to be where you suggest, OW on the right. Yeah. How's he doing for... Oh, he's still got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, Gboyega fully utilising his clock as he needs to in this position. This is essentially the last chance, this move, where he can make something happen.
Yeah, he's put it as OW now, so OH, considering.
Not sure where that's playing.
No, I'm not sure either, no, except unless it's the place I suggested with GOO. But again, I don't see the point of that really, unless he's seeing something we're not.
Yeah. I should have pointed out a while ago. Apologies, I forgot. For the audience, we are aware that player 2 cam is glitching quite a lot at this game. We are aware, as I said, we're entirely new to this stream. This setup is brand new to us, so all of these little tweaks that need to be made will be made in good time for our proper inaugural stream. This is really a trial run. We are streaming live, but we don't really have an audience. If you are watching this, you'll be watching it on playback, and thank you very much for doing so. Many lessons learnt this weekend, Mike, with just the technicalities, the admin, the communication. There's a hell of a lot. The Americans make it look so smooth and easy, don't they?
They do. You realise when you try it yourself how impressive they are. Very, very smooth and professional. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we're doing okay considering this is our first time.
I think so too, Mike. I agree.
Well, we would think so, but yeah.
I think the commentary has been world class.
We had reasonable feedback as well, so yeah. But it's right. No, there's a lot to learn, both technically and in terms of the art of commentary.
Absolutely. So after all that deliberation, Gboyega is going with his original idea of word. This seems reasonable. I think he just needs to get the points, hit and hope at this stage. I like this play.
Yeah, I think word is the kind of equity play, as we say in Scrabble, isn't it? Where you, in terms of, if you just consider the score and the rack leave the best play, and maybe he's decided just to go for that and take the points, and see what comes up.
It's this game exemplifying what happens with just a single phony. The very top players understand that a single phony can essentially throw the game, which is why some of us react the way we do when a word comes off the board, because you then have to play the rest of the game knowing that you really may have scuppered your chances in the first few moves. It's tough going. Sometimes they don't matter. It may not have mattered in this. However, I feel that phony of Smurf by Gboyega may have actually been quite consequential, Mike.
Yeah, I think it did make a big difference. Yeah. I mean, you have to... what's he played here? He's played Newt. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
nice bridging play from Brian there.
Yeah, well slotted in there, well spotted. So Newt is good number of points. Empty in the bag now.
Mm-hmm.
So quite a nice rack for Gboyega, but too late, I think.
Yeah. Can he do anything snazzy, setting up his case S or some other letter in the top right? Probably not.
I mean...
Just looking at the options there.
Yeah, I think
he could set up wed and shoot, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Wed, yeah. Wed could he could play Wed in the top right corner and set up his S.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to sim that just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quackle doesn't mind it.
No, that looks quite good. Or Odes, if you just sort of score some points down next to Eric, making Lod and Ain and XIS. Wed would be fun, setting up the S. Yeah, what you were saying about the phony is true. It does make a difference, but you have to, as a player, you have to try and forget about it, don't you, and move on.
Yeah, absolutely. So much of the game is psychological and about your composure.
You mean you can't let it, upset you too much. But as you say, you might be aware that it's made a big difference. So sometimes it's hard to keep your equilibrium and keep playing well because Scrabble games can change sometimes quite dramatically. So Gboyega's just considering here that play of Wed in the top right corner. And then Brian couldn't really do much about that, could he? I think. What will Brian be looking at? He hasn't got very obvious things with the Z, has he? I don't think.
No, not on first glance. Mike, one interesting point that's come in from Callum Edwards, who I'm going to be commentating with this afternoon, is that smurfing as an 8 is actually good, and it takes an S, it's a noun.
Oh, that's interesting. So if Gboyega knew that would make him a lot more likely to play that. So it was actually a reasonable try, given that he might well know smurfing.
Yes, it's some kind of malicious behaviour to do with programming, hence why it takes the S. So it's like zorbing, I guess. Zorbing takes the S, but zorb is not good.
It's kind of like, what's the other word for that, where you overload something with messages?
Spamming.
Well, just spamming, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. So Callum is is listening in now. He's joined us. That's good. So he'll be ready to take over in the next game. Hopefully you'll get a slightly closer game. We still haven't had any really close finishes, have we?
Not really, no.
Well, not when I'm commenting. You may have had with Stuart, but
no, not even really with Stuart. To be fair,
they've all been, over by about 2/3 of the game, really, haven't they?
Yeah.
The ones that I've seen. But Gboyega's still having a good think about this, which is nice to see. Even though he's sure to lose this one, or almost sure. Well, 100% sure, I think, actually, isn't he? So he's just taking the points in the end, with his highest scoring move.
Have you updated Quackle with Brian's play of Newt, Mike?
Hold on. No, I haven't. Good point.
No worries, that's all right.
Yeah, so it was looking slightly closer than it was on screen, yes.
That's all right. Both players, each of their final moves is their top play.
I think Watt and Odes was the highest scoring combination for Gboyega. What did Tsar? Brian played Tsar, okay, and
yes.
Agon.
Yeah.
Yes. He didn't have, as he said, he didn't have many options, did he? So
a win of just 40 in the end for Brian, which is closer than it was looking for a lot of the games. So Gboyega did well to battle back there. Didn't quite have the firepower in the end to make it count, but he showed great mettle and tenacity in that game. Good to see him. As I said, not familiar with Gboyega, so look forward to seeing him play again on the stream sometime soon.
I think he did. I think Gboyega did well at the end there. He spent time, worked it out, and played his best combination, I think, and reduced the deficit to 40.
Absolutely.
Some impressive word knowledge from Brian shown with vicinage very quickly.
Very much so.
Kefir, very clever play.
Just to confirm, folks, that's the final score of Brian Poe, 459, to Gboyega Akintokun, 419. Well played, both players, and